Finally, the latest research confirms that one single organ can be responsible for almost all cases of high blood pressure. But your belief can be misleading, and it's not. The heart, the kidneys, the arteries, or other cardiovascular organ. If you know which organ is responsible for your blood pressure, you can lower it without medications, diet changes, supplements, strenuous exercises. By starting today. It doesn't matter if you're out of shape, older, or overweight. Lower your blood pressure in a pleasurable, relaxing way right from home. You will also heal any damage already done to your arteries alongside your blood pressure. Sorry, I forgot to mention that you will avoid the side effects of medications. This is no mumbo jumbo like you see on the TV commercials or internet ads. The information I'm about to share with you comes from some of the most respected health and research institutes in the world. But there is something you must understand first. In 95% of cases, doctors have no idea what causes high blood pressure. They have some indicators like salt, aging, genetics, lack of physical activity, stress, poor diet, being overweight, and the list can continue on. But in the end, even they admit that the cause of high blood pressure is unknown. This isn't something that I made up, and to confirm that, this is stated on the well-known doctor-run site WebMD.com. So you're their lab rat, making you take drugs which can cause serious side effects. And the most ironic thing is that no one knows what caused your high blood pressure in the first place. So what cure are they going to use on you? You can't fix a car if you don't know what is broken, can you? Wait for a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was going to reveal to you the one organ which causes most of high blood pressure cases. But first I should tell you who I am and why you need to listen to me. My name is Jacob Adkins. I'm well known in the alternative health field. I'm the author of thousands of research titles. My blood pressure used to be 185 over 129. My guarantee to suffer a heart attack, stroke, or kidney failure was 100% because of the high blood pressure. The leading cause of death worldwide is high blood pressure according to the World Health Organization. High blood pressure will hit you without a warning anytime, anywhere, like a multi-car highway accident at high speed. So you understand how scared I was of dying, but most of all of leaving my family behind without support. I thought lowering my blood pressure would be an easy task. Being an alternative health expert, for a few months I focused on taking lots of blood pressure supplements, eating healthy, and working out. But guess what? The next time I went to my doctor's appointment, my blood pressure was even higher. I felt shameful considering my life's passion for natural health. I was helping others, lowering their blood pressure, following my diet and other lifestyle recommendations. Bit like the woodworker who couldn't carve his own stuff, the blood pressure I had remained sky high. At the right moment, a new study came out. As I was searching through the pages of the Journal of Hypertension, the official journal of the American Heart Association, I stumbled across a mind-blowing study. The participants in the study had been diagnosed with chronic, untreated high blood pressure. It was a simple solution. My mind couldn't believe it. The researchers told the volunteers to sit down and slow their breathing to 6 breaths per minute. 6 inhales and 6 exhales every minute for a few minutes. Nothing else. Let's try this. Pause for a minute, and as you sit, slow down your breathing for about 10 breaths. Feels great, doesn't it? And it doesn't cost a cent. The results were breathtaking. The average blood pressure in the participants dropped from 161 over 83 to 141 over 78, with just a few minutes of slowing their breathing. The participants in the research were from all walks of life. Many had long histories of genetic high blood pressure. Until this, no other treatments successfully reduced their blood pressure. At this time, the disappointment hit. This procedure worked, but it wasn't enough to cure my high blood pressure. But it got me thinking that there was something to this. If doctors have no idea what causes high blood pressure, who says the diet and exercise approach is the only alternative method? Who are they to say that meditation is the best way to lower blood pressure? So I began digging, and I tell you, a can of worms opened up. It's proven by hundreds of studies that several types of mind and body techniques can significantly lower blood pressure without any side effects. Here are some examples. Blood pressure lowered 18 points in weeks. A study publishes in 1977 in the Journal of Behavioral Medicine. 29 veterans were taught specific relaxation techniques. For a few minutes every day, they did these exercises. Shortly after, the average diastolic blood pressure which is the lower number of the group, dropped 10 points. And the average systolic pressure, the higher number, a whopping 18-point drop. One participant lowered his blood pressure from 153 over 93 to 106 over 70. That's from full-blown, life-threatening hypertension to a healthy blood pressure, all in just a few short weeks. And this without any diet changes, strenuous exercises, or medication. In fact, continuing the program, the subject's blood pressures continued to drop over time. The dust covered this study for over 40 years, and no one seems to care, especially the big pharmaceutical companies. Another example is this: hardening of arteries, reversed. The damages produced to the arteries are most of the time made by high blood pressure, causing them to harden. The hardened arteries restrict the flow of blood through them and gather plaque. This is the main reason high blood pressure is deadly. In a study conducted in South Africa, 60 people with high blood pressure were taught simple mind and body exercises, which was published in the Journal of the American Heart Association in March of 2000. In a couple of months, 60 people lowered their high blood pressure. Also, they reversed the hardening of the arteries. It should have been the world's breaking news. Have you heard anything? Why, you ask? Nobody cared. This is the simple reason. I could carry this subject on and on. The fact is, mind and body exercises lower blood pressure and improve artery health. The differences will be noticeable after doing the exercises just a few times, even the very first time. Now, just to be clear, my hippie days are over. Even if I should be sitting around eating rice, chanting Om, and discussing world peace for hours on end isn't for me. With age, I've become a pretty practical, down-to-earth guy, and so were the scientists who conducted these studies. So don't expect me to recommend some new age mumbo-jumbo techniques. Let's stick to science and facts, okay? This leads us to the next question. As you've seen in the studies I quoted, the blood pressure can be lowered almost immediately using nothing but simple scientific exercises. You may ask this question now: why are these exercises so powerful? Well, we return to the beginning. The organ responsible for almost all cases of high blood pressure. Reaching at this point, I'm sure you have probably guessed it, right? It's the brain. The brain is the central command for your entire body, and its most challenging task is controlling your blood pressure. Depending on activity, the blood pressure rockets up and down throughout the day. When you sit down, the brain sends to the heart, arteries, and kidneys signals to lower the blood pressure. Standing up, an immediate signal is sent to raise your blood pressure and pump more blood to your brain and muscles. Relaxing, listening to music, or doing other hobbies, your brain sends out a lower blood pressure message. Fighting with your spouse, and a blood pressure spike message is sent, resulting in the release of truckloads of stress hormones. These blood pressure fluctuations happen thousands of times a day. The problem occurs when your brain is under stress for a longer period of time. This makes your high blood pressure chronic. What's worse, very often, you may be unaware of your high stress level, even if your body is overloaded with stress hormones. And it doesn't have to be emotional stress. You see, there are 4 different types of stress. Number 1, emotional stress. Divorce, losing someone you love, money, and other worries are a few examples of emotional stressors. Number 2, mental stress. Mental stress can put quite a strain on your brain and release stress hormones. A long-lasting and challenging work task is an example of mental stress. Number 3, sensory stress. Traffic noise has been proven to raise blood pressure, as has watching too much TV. And number 4, physical stress. Common flu causes a spike in stress hormones. So do long working hours, sleeplessness, and even intense workouts at the gym. For short periods of time, you can handle all these types of stress. But if this continues for a longer period of time, it triggers your brain to constantly order the release of stress hormones, leading to chronic high blood pressure. So if someone is sick, loses their job, and gets divorced in the same week, their level of stress hormones would greatly increase. And the solution is using mind and body exercises. You can give your brain something I call a focused break. For a few minutes, your brain is not under any kind of stress. It's like the world stands still for a moment. In this short period of time, your brain reboots like a frozen computer. When it starts again, everything flows much more smoothly. Your brain can let go of stressful events that happened 20 years ago in minutes. This is the method proven by tons of official studies to lower blood pressure without side effects. And this is what finally got my high blood pressure under control. The only problem is, there are literally thousands of different mind and body exercises. Some are effective, others may actually increase stress. Some of them can be very difficult to master. For centuries, people have been struggling to control their minds. I examined hundreds of studies to identify the very best methods to lower blood pressure, then worked relentlessly to improve the exercises, to perfect their effectiveness. Finally, I have cured my high blood pressure. After this, I've recruited hundreds of volunteers to beta test the same exercises. The feedback came, and after this, I went back to the drawing board, after realizing that some techniques which worked for me did not work for others. After years of experimenting, I came up with what I believe to be the mind over body to lower blood pressure naturally. More importantly, I found that to successfully lower blood pressure, people had to be able to follow exercises easily via audio instructions. This was true in my studies. Also in the studies presented earlier, you will get the blood pressure exercises as an audio file, which you can burn to a CD. Insert the CD in the player, press play, and follow along. You don't have to master anything. Watch as your blood pressure free falls. This guarantees that almost everyone can benefit from these easy blood pressure exercises. Experience these results in mere minutes from now. Remember the studies I quoted, where people had amazing results within weeks, days, or even minutes? Because you can download the audio files on this site, there's nothing in this world stopping you from benefiting immediately. Even more, I take all the risk. Click the Buy Now button below. You will get the entire Mind Over Body to Lower Your Blood Pressure Exercises guide for just $49. As soon as you click that button, you'll instantly go to a secure checkout page where you'll complete your order. It takes all of 5 seconds, and once you hit enter, you'll immediately get access to the guide. You'll be able to view the complete PDF guide, the video guide exercises, and also the audio guide exercises. And you can do it right from your computer, smartphone, or tablet. You'll also be able to download all of the files. You can print as many copies of the PDF guide as you want. Also, you can copy the video guide and audio guide to a CD or DVD and listen as you put them in practice. Check out the Mind Over Body to Lower Blood Pressure exercises. And in case you're not 100% thrilled with the results, I promise you, we will refund you the money you have invested in this offer. Just reply to the contact link on this page or to the email we send you after the order is processed. The only thing I ask of you is to contact us within 60 days of placing your order, because this is the maximum time our credit card processor gives us to refund. But you will not make that decision. This is how certain I am of the results you'll accomplish. Maybe you are asking why. Because after you try these exercises, I think you'll feel like you're walking on clouds. I want you to watch your blood pressure free fall to a healthy level. Feel energized like never before. Stop worrying about suffering a heart attack or a stroke. And with the blessing of your doctor, I want you to avoid the side effects of blood pressure medications. Live the rest of your long life without worries. Be free to play and spend time with your grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Spend time with your family. Do physical exercises without worry and be independent. The first step is to click the Buy button below and get these amazing blood pressure exercises right now. You are not alone in this. We're here every step of the way. My support team is on a mission to do whatever it takes, within legal and moral rights, to make you happy. So if you have any problems or any questions regarding our Mind Over Body to Lower Your Blood Pressure exercises, just send us an email and we'll do anything in our power to help you. But in case we can't help you, you'll get your money back. The price for the Mind Over Body exercises is minimal. It simply allows us to manage the website and customer support. At this very moment, you are facing 3 simple choices. Choice number 1, do nothing. Look at your blood pressure and health risk spike. You and I know that this will unavoidably lead to a stroke, heart attack, or something worse. Worry about your health every day, knowing that each moment could be your last one. Number 2, enslave yourself to medication for eternity. Of course you should listen to your doctor, but do you want to be a medication slave for your entire life? Or do you want to regain your health and cure yourself naturally without any side effects? Here are just a few side effects taken directly from a government-run website. Diarrhea or constipation, cough, nervousness, feeling weak, lacking energy, headache, vomiting, etc. You can try to change your diet and work out, but will this cure it? I don't think so. Or do number 3. Try the Mind Over Body to Lower Blood Pressure exercises. The effectiveness of our exercises has been proven by numerous studies. Thousands of people have benefited from them. They're easy, quick, and effective. And most of all, they have no side effects. You have to make only one choice, and it's yours to make. But make it now. At this very moment, you play a game of Russian roulette. Every minute you wait, the trigger is being pulled, and your risk of harm increases. The only thing that you can do to stop the gun chamber to unload is to click the buy button now and make this the best day of your life. Click the buy button below now.